Hey guys, so the reason I wanted to make this video is because when it comes to a vending machine business, when it comes to finding a location, it tends to be the biggest obstacle, and I thought that'd be useful if I shared my experience when I got my very first location. Now, when I was getting my very first location, I got the location within 2 weeks. I was very fortunate with this, and I wanted to share my insights as to how I was able to achieve this. It's also important to bear in mind that when I was first starting a vending machine business, I had zero experience, zero clue, and no idea as to what I was actually doing. I was working things out along the way, but by doing this, I was able to learn a lot very quickly. So now I'm just going to dive straight into it. So when it came to me getting my very first location, like I said, it took me 2 weeks. The biggest thing that I was focusing on in those 2 weeks was I was focusing all about reach. My goal was to reach out to as many businesses as possible as I could. The approach method that I used initially was going in person. So what I would do is I'd get into my car and I just drive to various locations, going from location to location, and I go in and ask. So when it comes to going in person, an issue that you may face is whenever you walk into a business, whoever is there on the day most likely isn't the person that's going to be making the decision for a vending machine, or they're not going to have authority to. However, they may speak on behalf of the business and say they're not interested. However, if you were to actually speak to the manager or to the owner directly, who can actually make the decision, they may actually feel different towards it, which is something that happened in my own personal experience when it came to getting my very first vending machine location. So what happened with me is I went into a business location, did my pitch, I was told to leave my business card with the person that was there. I never heard anything back, but because the location was so close to where I live, and because I thought it was a very, very good location, I really did want it. So I decided to do a follow-up phone call. When I did a phone call, I spoke to someone different, and this person told me that they would pass my number on to the owner, which they actually followed up with, and they actually did. So shortly after that, less than an hour or so later, I got a phone call from the owner, and I spoke to him about the proposal and the idea that I had, and he was more than happy enough to go along with it. He was very easygoing with it, and he fully agreed with it. We talked commission, and we made the agreement. But the main thing that this taught me is it's very important that you can try and speak to the right personnel if possible. If you walk into a business, don't be shy to ask for the manager, because at the end of the day, they're the ones who's going to make the decision. It's crucial that you do that follow-up if you feel like it might be appropriate. So that's how I got my very first location. It was mainly due to following up. When it comes to finding your very first location, the things that I would recommend is never ever fear rejection. In this business and in other businesses and just in life in general, never ever fear rejection. Rejection is just proof that you're trying to make something happen, which is the most important thing. You need to make things happen for yourself. Never ever fear rejection. It simply does not matter. Another thing that I would say when it comes to getting locations is if you're trying a method and it doesn't work for you or isn't beneficial, then switch it up. There's multiple methods that you can use. You can email businesses, you can DM businesses, you can call them, go in person. You can do any of those methods. You can mix them up in any single way that you want. If you don't drive, then you don't have to go in person. You can simply call, email, whichever method works best for you. All that matters is about reach. It's all about reach. Reach out to as many businesses as possible. That is the most important thing. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you did find that video insightful and helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to answer them. Again, thank you for watching.